Guys, what a finale. Tandy slays as usual, Ty's at full power. Where's Connors? Mayhem is finally here, and we're joined by a very special guest. Who is that? Find out. Time to shed some light and darkness on the Cloak and Dagger After Show.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Guys, I
need a breather.
I'm still processing everything that went down. Oh my gosh, I'm your host, Ollie Drennan. To my left, I have an amazing panel.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Karla Beltran here.
What up? We got into it. What up, guys? It's Drew Jones.
What's up? It's Steph. I'm still sweating. So.
Ooh, me too. But we have a very special guest with us. Who is this on our couch?
Hi guys, Noëlle Renée Bercy. Thank you for having me.
Thank you
for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Oh my gosh, what an amazing first season of Cloak and Dagger from Freeform. Whew. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about. Episode 10, the season finale. Colony collapse. It's been leading up to this. Guys, I need to know your first initial reactions to this episode. You too, Noelle, because so much went down.
Okay, first of all, you guys, if you go to Ollie's Instagram, you can see the stories, how excited we were about everything that was going on. I think this episode was literally exactly what we needed to go out with a bang. It delivered, and I'm so excited. I can't wait for a season 2.
This is a family show, so I can't fully express how I felt during the episode.
The clean version.
I was really overwhelmed. I think I punched the wall at one point. It's fine, but
It was multiple times.
Multiple times. It's fine.
I was standing up on my chair. Like, you guys have to see this video. We were freaking out. It did. Carla's right. It gave us exactly what we wanted. We got the divine pairing, but in a new way. The powers, I feel like, leveled up. All the acting was crazy. I'm still sweating from it, like I said, and I'm just so excited for season 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Noelle, what do you think of everything? Like, you're part of this.
Season 1 is over.
You want a season 2, which congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, so excited, so excited about that. But I'm just proud of it. Like, it just really took, and I read the script, but just watching it just takes you on this emotional roller coaster and highs and lows and crying and like, it's just, it was so intense.
Yes.
I think it brought what everyone was looking for. So.
Yes.
Definitely.
You need to watch the reaction video for sure. Okay?
Can I please?
You will.
Low-key embarrassing.
Okay, we're gonna get into it, but first we're gonna talk about Tandy and Mina's journey. We're gonna talk about Ty and Brigid's journey. We're gonna talk about that crazy ending. We have a giveaway to announce, a couple giveaways. Let me say that.
Plural.
And maybe predictions if we have time. And we're also gonna focus our character corner this week on Noelle.
Woo.
So our first topic is Tandy and Mina, because I loved how the divine pairing is Tandy and Ty. However, they each kind of have their own pairing in the series. You know, Ty has Brigid, whereas Tandy has Mina. And, Mina lost her drive because of Tandy. But, well, before we get to that, what did y'all think of that showdown between Tandy and the water jug assassin?
First of all, she dragged her for filth. She said, "You take those sensible shoes
Yeah.
and get to Steph it." And I said, "Okay, Tandy." I loved it.
She lost that ponytail. and Tandy's mom. Now we know she got into it too. So
Come
now
on, Melissa.
Now we
Yeah,
know
seriously.
where Tandy gets
Badass
it
runs
from.
in the family.
Yes, absolutely. But this was insane because, Tandy and Mina have to work together. Oh my gosh, I'm speechless, Law, because Tandy put Scarborough in like that similar state that Dr. Hess was in. What did you guys think of that? Do you remember that in the elevator?
Oh, yes.
That was insane.
I feel like that was worse than killing him.
He got dished what he deserved, and she served it on a psychotic platter for him for the rest of his life.
That part. I feel like justice was served. That was the best way to handle the situation.
Yeah, I love that justice is being served not through killing people in this series.
I feel like we aren't God and we don't get to choose when people die. And I also feel like death is too easy.
Yeah.
He needs to suffer.
Right.
Exactly.
Nobody go rescue him though. Personally, I don't want that.
Yeah,
I don't want.
I think the only two people that can help him would be Tandy and Tyrone at this point, and they're definitely not going to help him.
Yeah,
so.
no time soon.
Yeah.
I love the little Easter egg about Scarborough. He brought up Keeping Up with the Starks and the Rands, which is Danny Rand and obviously Tony Stark. So that was cute. I love how in this series there's like an Easter eggs in each single episode.
Yeah.
Also, guys, if you're tuning in to the live chat, let us know your comments, your questions for Noelle. She'll be happy
That's
to
gonna
answer
be a
them.
thing. Hashtag Kwame.
Noelle said it, y'all. Steph, what is the live chat saying?
Oh my god, you guys, they love this episode. They're talking about Noelle as Dr. Voodoo. Things are happening. They're talking about Mayhem, blurring the lines with Jessica Jones. It's lit in here. So I'll keep recording your guys' questions for the character corner.
Okay.
And when they come up, relevant.
Yeah.
Okay, but when Scarborough says that like the valve is at building 616, if you're like a big Marvel fan, Earth 616 is like dominantly the Marvel universe. I was like, okay, Joe, we see you here dropping gems. We see it. It's cute.
He's educated. He knows. He's just killing it. Like, oh my freaking god. But oh god, poor Mina, because Mina's been through a lot in these past recent episodes. She got infected. And then this brings us to our new topic with Ty and Brigid's journey, because Ty actually ends up with, saving Tandy from Mina. Mina went crazy.
You guys, I have a question. Didn't he use like the mercy bullets when he shot her? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what's really crazy about the mercy bullets? So I feel like it was a really subtle thing, but I hope like everyone picked up on it. The crazy terror white guy that came in, they tased him. They didn't shoot him. Mm-hmm. They didn't show anything that was going to permanently damage him. They tased him, but then we see like Tyrone's brother from Billy get shot for nothing. Like I thought that was such a subtle oh, look at that.
There are other options to stop people other than killing them.
They gave us multiple options for stunning these people, and I was like, go ahead and drag current America.
Thank you.
All those people that were being stunned were like white, basically, for the most part. Like, am I wrong?
Yeah, exactly. No, they were white. I think that was part of the subliminal messaging Drew was talking about. But also the scene where Tyrone and O'Reilly are in the cell and Lafayette, I think, is outside, and he's saying, my parents pay taxes. I'm from here too. Like, I'm exactly like you. Yeah. And it's just those very expressive lines continuously throughout this season where Tyrone has become like the voice of Black America in this moment.
Definitely.
He said, don't call me boy. And I was like,
thank you.
I was like, listen, that is power.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that brings us to our new topic, which is Tyrone and Brigid. Like, that was such a powerful scene. And what I loved in this episode and in this series is that, we have this prophecy, which is, the divine pairing, one of them's going to die. And we see it sprinkled throughout the episode through past events that you're seeing all like the setup that Auntie has. Mm-hmm. And it symbolizes different cycles of this pairing that someone dies. But what I love about it is that Tyrone's fighting that, and there's this idea of destiny, and that you can fight destiny. And I mean, like, destiny is like something fun to believe in, but you can create your own destiny, I think. And this is what he's doing. He's fighting the system that is so hateful and racist and so full of bigotry within, just in 2018 still to this day for so many years. And I think that media is so powerful. It's because it's like a nonviolent form of protest. And I really think that this is such a game changer for not only Marvel, but just TV shows aimed at young adults. And I think everyone needs to give this show like the time, because it's so amazing. It's so powerful. So what did you guys think of Tyrone's journey in this episode? Because it was so awesome to see him really get his powers into high gear.
I think it was really cool to see just everyone kind of accept their roles. Like, Evita accepts that she, has to be like the teller. Like, she has to tell them their destiny, even though when she notices the cut on his arm, the emotions were real. That whole scene between you guys was fire.
But what Tandy said, you better bag them. You better, Tyrone.
Oh
also,
my God.
just Evita's subtle jabs at Tandy when you're like, I don't know how divine she is. I was like,
she's not particularly divine. Yes. Oh, I just love Evita. I love her so much. She's amazing. Sassy. She's smart. She's educated. She's driven.
And that scene,
she's everything.
The scene from last week shook us all when you said no to Tandy.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. So, in our little character corner, maybe you can shed some light on that and some darkness on your abilities.
Yes.
Okay. Because we need to know. We need to find out. Break some news, why not? But go ahead.
Talking about like what we felt about Tyrone, I felt like this was a very strong episode for both Tandy and Tyrone, but specifically for Tyrone because we see how he goes to look for the cloak and he can't find it, but his dad comes along and his dad's the one that tells him that he needs to run away, which kind of takes us back to the story of where like they become Cloak and Dagger because they run away, and then to see the cloak be destroyed was also another thing because he's like, this is how I can control my power, and then you're left with the question like, okay, how is he going to take care of this? And then at the end, it was very emotional to see Tandy give him Billy's jacket because it was like, for the longest time we thought like, oh, this is for Tandy, but now we figure out like, wait, like you need this, so this is really for you, like she's reserved it for him. So I think it was like really important because it also showed that it showed a lot. We were able to see a different side of his power where he was able to take I think Connor's to like the dark side or to his fears without having to kill him, which is going back to the whole subject of not killing people, but also for him to be able to use his powers without the cloak but with Billy's jacket itself. I just thought it was phenomenal. I really, really loved that part.
I agree. I feel like that scene between Tandy and Tyrone was a really defining moment in terms of the character arcs from the beginning of the season to now, with their expression and being able to open up who they are, what destiny has given them, what fate, what life has handed them, and then what they're going to do with it now.
This was definitely another like kind of realization and turning point for Tyrone because his father, like you said, told him to run, and Brigid told him to run too, but he's like, no, I'm going to fight this and I'm going to protect New Orleans, And so, Noelle, okay, do you ship Tyrone and Evita, or do you ship Tyrone and Tandy? I just want to know real quick, and I want to know you guys, because there was a kiss. I saw that kiss. You trembled from it.
There was a kiss.
What's up with that?
Currently, I ship Tyrone and Evita.
Okay.
Currently.
Okay. I do. I feel like they're both good for each other right now.
Currently same.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Agreed. 5,000.
I have to be honest.
Go for it.
In the beginning, I really wanted Tandy and Tyrone to be a thing because I feel like they're Cloak and Dagger. But after today's episode, I think I'm Team Evita. I think.
Welcome.
What does the chat say? Steph?
They're talking about the whole talk about God and like playing God and what's worse than Tandy and Tyrone with Roger sending him into the dark zone and Scarborough in this mental state. But I mean, it's not death. That's a really, really good question. Like, what are the means that cross those lines of what's worse and what's better? But they didn't take their lives from this earth. They created these issues. They can find their way out, is my opinion.
I feel like it's more community policing than playing God.
Wow. Yeah.
I feel like it's a form of justice.
And
justice is relative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one's life was taken.
Exactly. It's the same version of justice that they've been showing everyone the entire season, so it's only fitting that they serve the same fates.
Zias Bilu did say hashtag Evron.
Evron.
Yeah. I keep hearing so many different Evron,
That's so
Tavita,
funny.
Tyvita.
Ooh, Tavita.
I feel like for right now,
I like
agree
that.
Evita and Tyrone.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good tea.
Yeah.
You're really delightful.
Season 2.
I think he needs some positivity in his life, and I think she gives him that.
And you give him the control, I think, understanding the different aspects of what's going on in his brain.
With his,
And I really want to see this new dynamic play out in season 2, where it's like they literally switched roles. In the beginning, it was Tandy who was kind of on the run. She was messing up with everyone's lives. Tyrone was like cool at home with his family, and now they're kind of switched roles.
Reversed.
Tandy's like at home now, whereas Tyrone, he's literally living where Tandy like hangs out at that abandoned church. So it's crazy, and I really want to see you play along with that new dynamic. I know you're not a fan of Tandy, but you're a fan of Tyrone, and I'm so afraid of what's going to happen because our girl, Brigid O'Reilly, she was awesome, such a badass. Team Tyrone. She was literally Team Tyrone from the jump.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And to see her get defeated by Connors, shot multiple times, she was struck by the light. winding up in the water?
defeated though?
Yeah, she was.
Well, that's a very good question.
Is she? She got some new contacts, some new powers.
I don't know if she is super
That
fast
green
now.
jacket.
Listen, when I saw her in the green jacket, I've been saying since the beginning of this show that this season was gonna end with Brigid O'Reilly coming up and being Mayhem. And I'm not saying that like I'm a psychic, but I'm also not saying I'm not Raven Simone. Okay?
I'm so here for that. As soon as we saw the promo during Comic-Con, we were like, oh man, like you guys know in the chat I love Mayhem, so the bringing of fruition, you are Raven Simone.
I do what I can.
All you have to do is do the little.
Yeah, you gotta be dramatic with the prediction, so.
I'm so ready for this. But, y'all, she didn't have to kill B. Arthur, though. She did not have to kill B. Arthur.
I read it and I cried when I saw it.
Justice for B. Arthur, man.
Oh
I
my
mean, or did
gosh.
Mina kill B. Arthur? I don't know.
Mina killed B. Arthur. He was so innocent.
Listen, there's not that many bees left.
Yeah,
Right.
they're going extinct. So.
Well, this brings us to our next topic, all about Miss Noelle. It's time to put you in the hot seat. I mean, you're in the hot sofa.
All right.
So, usually we have a comic.
What you got?
We have a character from the comic typically, but we got you, which is even better. So we have a question, at least one question from each of us, and you're gonna have to answer this question. Spill some tea.
Okay.
You have to, or else. So my question for you is, you said you told me you're from NOLA earlier,
Yeah.
which is dope. Did you have to do a lot of research as far as like voodoo and Creole culture to get prep for Evita, or did you already kind of know a lot? Of it?
Both. I did a lot of research, and I grew up hearing stories about, like previous generations. No one like in line with me is practicing anything, but I've definitely heard stories that have been like passed down. But once I got this, I did a lot of research as to where it came from. Just growing up, I've always been fascinated with like magic and science, and both. I feel like they both coincide. So it was interesting to be able to like just dive deeper into it.
Definitely, because that's definitely what this series has been playing around with. That they both, like you said, coincide, and that they both science is or magic is science that that we don't understand yet, and that's was said in Thor. Allie said it too on the show as Mina. So, Karla, what's your question for Noelle?
I want to know what it's like for you to film in New Orleans.
Amazing. It's home. It's sticky, but it's home. So it's great. Being an actor, you're taken away from home often. So I was blessed just to be able to go home and just work on something that's based there, which was great. And I just love that they actually hired local talent and, they care about our input. So it was just amazing. And I got to eat really, really good.
Oh, man. I can only imagine.
Yes.
That's another cool thing, real quick, is that like just I like to see Marvel cast new talent, like because it's like sometimes we see like the A-lister, and it's like we're not seeing the
same
actual
people
character.
again.
Absolutely. Steph, do you have a question? And if there's any questions from the chat for Noelle.
They're asking a lot about what Auntie Clarice was saying in French, I believe it was to you. Was it about the Dark Forest dimension? Or are you not allowed to speak on that? Okay, it's fine. We'll move on.
My
Sorry,
French was-
chat. I asked.
My French is not good enough to like. I was like sitting there. I was like, okay, I know that word.
Guys
There's
are going to
another
have
one.
to stay tuned to season 2.
So, what
gonna
was your
rewatch it.
favorite episode to film or favorite behind the scenes filming moment?
Favorite
There it is.
episodes. That was the back of my throat. It wasn't the tip of my tongue. Insider, guys. My favorite moment for sure, I know, was actually on the pilot with Gina, who is an African American woman. She was the director, and I remember a group of background actors. They were asking me who the director was, and I was like, yes. They would like point to this white guy or like that white guy or this white guy, and I pointed to her, and they were like the woman in the hoodie. I'm like, the black woman in the hoodie.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, it was just so inspiring. I could tell some of them felt bad for just not guessing a minority, and some of them just were like, their eyes were open, like, wow, this is an option for us, So that was definitely the best moment.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What are your kind of hopes that you would like to see Evita go down, or is something that you would like to see? Any characters that you'd like to see in season 2?
I would like to see Evita get more in tune with her spirituality, more in tune with her power.
Yes.
Growing closer to Ty. And I want to see her have a relationship with Tandy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see some girl power. I don't want to see...
Sister wives.
I don't want to see catty
That was a
fights.
question in there.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this cast, and I feel like the show is doing a great job in general, is not putting women against each other just
Yeah.
because they can, instead making them forces together.
This is such a female-driven show, too.
Love
like,
it.
it's Ty, but he has, like, these three awesome women.
Behind the scenes, too, we had so many female writers, so many female directors, and it makes a difference. It really does. So.
Especially on the topics you guys are touching.
Yeah,
Only a woman can present that.
Yeah. And last after show, it's nice to know from Emma that Joe is always asking and being very inclusive through the
great, yeah,
writers. And that's just so helpful because it's like, it's you can tell the difference when you're watching a show and it's only written through the male gaze.
You can tell. You can tell. Yep.
Any other questions from the chat?
Let's see.
I have
Karla.
another question. Does Evita have some sort of superpowers?
Yeah.
That
She's definitely connected to something more powerful than most human beings.
All right.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we knew
See-
it as soon as she rejected Tandy in her brain.
Well, but I also called it out when you and Tyrone had this scene, and I was like, wait a second, he's been seeing
can't
everybody's
get in her
fears, but he couldn't get into her head. And I saw that, and I was like, there's something up with Evita.
Nas in the chat just said, wow, Noelle is Raven, LMAO.
Okay. Well, you could totally. We had the idea that you kind of saw Tyrone as the one that's going to be sacrificed, or
Yeah.
because he wanted
had
to
the-
sacrifice
He had
himself.
the mark. Yeah, he had the mark. I think Evita definitely thought he was the one that was gonna go.
Yeah. We thought the same thing once Evita did that.
Yeah.
But I mean, in a way, he did kind of die. I mean, like his old life died. Like
Yeah.
he had to completely give it up. Which again, not gonna brag. Just saying, I did say that before. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's whatever. You don't. It's cool. But
Heroes, they die and they're reborn.
yeah, and I think it's really cool that this entire season was like a prequel to the comics. I mean, like
Yes.
it's a little bit different, but I love that we had an entire season of character development and them not necessarily being superheroes, but
Yeah.
like teenagers.
I love it. They're people.
Yeah.
Before they're cloak, before they're dagger, they are human beings that we can all relate to.
Yeah, totally.
And it was so dope to see them go, like, to have like another fight scene and then like them coming into their
Yeah,
Tyrone sucking
good.
Connors up. That was amazing.
the mixture that the show has done of voodoo, New Orleans history, and comic book and
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Sorry, New Orleans history. Thank you. Is and coming to fruition of kind of how the comic books are playing out, but in a way better version, in my
Yeah.
opinion, is so cool to watch. And I can't wait to see season 2 because season 1 was this good, and season 2 has Mayhem now,
Yeah.
and a bunch of other characters I'm sure coming up. Because I saw that tweet about the Runaways crossover.
It's coming. It's coming.
How exciting would that be?
It's so exciting.
Yeah, the first episode, because it was exclusively on Hulu, but it's playing right after. And you just came back from, tweeting with everyone.
Yeah,
you were
they're
with
so sweet.
Ryan Sands, you were with Emma. I saw you.
Yeah.
Allie was there, right? It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, we wish we were there. But speaking of the comics, it's time to announce our giveaway.
Oh, snap.
So guys, you were leaving us amazing, awesome 5-star reviews on iTunes and also in the comments, and we're going to draw right now, and we're going to announce the winner of this signed, autographed first miniseries 1 through 4 of Cloak and Dagger. This is their origins. This is season 1. Basically, but the actual show expanded on it completely awesomely. Is that even a word?
It is.
I don't know.
Yes.
It's time to announce this, okay? So the winner, when we announce your name, just tweet us your information, and we will happily...
Credit card number, social security number,
Or maybe just your mailing address.
first pet's name.
Noelle signed it, Allie signed it, Emma signed it, and it's time to do this. Are you ready, Karla?
Can we
I'm
drum
so
roll?
ready.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Yes.
Pick one that.
Guys, this is very.
Feel it.
I feel like I have
Feel
a
it.
lot of pressure right now.
This is a very spiritual moment.
Oh, there we go.
I feel like I chose 2 people.
Okay. No, you didn't.
Okay, this was done June 11th, 2018. by... Well, actually, I'm going to read the message first,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
I'll say the name. Y'all are amazing. I love that you gave so much insight on the comics for someone who may not know too much of the backstory on Cloak and Dagger. I love how you highlighted the difference in the show and the comics, and I will definitely keep listening and recommending this to my friends. Congratulations, Destiny Wade!
Destiny, what a perfect name for this show.
Seriously.
That was
That was Destiny.
That was Destiny.
That's a little scary.
Yo, Auntie
Girl.
Clarice is in the room.
Yeah.
Evita, what did you bring in here? Destiny, congratulations. You just won this. So send us your mailing address and we will ship this to you ASAP. And Drew.
Oh yeah, I told you guys last week that if you live tweeted with me this week, I would pick a couple of you to give some limited edition San Diego Comic-Con only
Yes.
Cloak and Dagger stuff, courtesy of Freeform. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are bomb. Especially you, Chris. We love you. So the winners are Nixon Trey.
Hey, Santre, okay.
And then our girl Ardent Les, who literally tweets with us every week, always sends us stuff.
She went to Comic-Con.
She did go to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So you guys DM me your info and I will send those to you.
That's
Yes.
so cool.
Congratulations, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you guys. We love talking to you about the show, especially for tuning in live and just commenting with us after the show. It means the world to us because we fall in love with the show, the series, by the first episode, and it was amazing. And thank you so much for being here,
Thank
too.
you for having me. I had so much fun with you guys.
Oh my gosh. So, how are we doing on time? 'Cause
We're good. Let's
Okay.
do
We
Some
predictions?
predictions.
we got time for some predictions, y'all.
I'm so curious. Oh,
Are you going to be predicting as well? I think you should, Noelle.
I want to judge your prediction.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
You guys, I didn't think about predictions because
It's okay.
I don't know, I just...
We got this. Okay, wow.
I'm so excited.
I'll go first because I
Okay.
think Brigid Mayhem, she is going to literally wreak mayhem. She's going to be seen as this. I don't think she's going to be a whole like villain. I think she's definitely going to be an anti-hero because we're rooting for her. We want to see her kind of get revenge on Connors. I don't think Connors is dead. No, he's stuck in the darkness. He's stuck in the void of darkness that Cloak brought him into. And oh God, I don't know. I just knowing the comments and the relationship between Ty and Tandy, I'm afraid for Evita. Noelle, I'm afraid. At first,
I think
Actually
they're
going
gonna
to be
come
my-
for me.
I'm not coming for you. I'm afraid that something bad's going to happen to you. And I don't know if it's going to be because of Mayhem, but she got them claws. So I want Evita to, but you also have your voodoo powers. So I don't know. Tyrone, I think he's going to get even more accustomed to his powers. And I'm going to be interested in seeing how Tandy is going to tackle this new life with her mom and kind of, I feel like
Cannot wait to see that.
the relationship has gotten better, and I'm so ready to see everyone expand. And where's Mina? Is she okay?
I think so. She's
Yeah.
got, she's got tased.
She just got
Yeah.
zapped a little.
Okay.
Everyone, she's good. She's walking it off.
Yeah. She's a scientist.
She's cooking cookies for us
Like
right now.
Evita was
We're
saying,
fine.
science and magic. Mina's got it.
She's just taking a lap.
But yeah.
Hop around the building.
Last thing, I think there will be kind of like a love triangle arc between Tandy, Ty, and Evita.
Okay.
Who wants to go next?
Okay, I have a couple predictions. So obviously O'Reilly is Mayhem, which I'm really excited to kind of get to know Mayhem a little bit more and how Freeform is going to develop her, because I feel like in the comics she's supposed to be bad, but I feel like she's not going to be bad. And I also want to know how she gets Connors, because I have a feeling that she's going to go after him. I'm very excited to. This is not necessarily like a prediction, but I'm just more excited to see how like the role play will switch over for Tandy and Tyrone. But what I do think is I think Tandy's definitely going to get in the middle of him and Evita. And only because this episode they were finally able to touch. So before they probably couldn't have maybe kissed or hugged or anything.
Where Mama got.
Like you're closer.
Because, you know, the powers, but now that they've come together, save the world, you know, anything could happen.
Okay.
Lay it on us.
here's the tea, sis. I think Mayhem's not necessarily a villain. I mean, Joe did say when we interviewed him
She's
that
a vigilante.
she's a vigilante, and technically Batman was a vigilante.
Yeah.
Depending on who you ask. So,
Can't do it.
so I think the beginning is going to be like this. I think she's going to take it out on the Nola police force, and it's going to be like her sense of getting justice. And I'm hoping that that's going to be, they're going to be able to stop that. I almost feel like she's going to get manipulated by like a bigger bad. I feel like there are little Easter eggs of Kingpin throughout this season, like little tiny ones, and we talked about it earlier in the season. So I think that would be a really cool big bad to see next season. Evita, Tyrone or no Tyrone, Evita's a lot bigger character in my opinion than I think we're prepared for. I think she's going to have a huge part in season 2, and I think her spiritual intuition is definitely going to grow and be something really interesting. And I don't think there's anything else.
You can think of it.
I know.
She's gonna think of so many, but real quick, Inkin TV has a quick question. Carla, are you cosplaying Tandy?
Oh, yeah.
You guys,
Oh, look.
I mean, why am I going to deny it? I was actually telling the panel this morning that I actually went through all the shows to like make sure that I hadn't worn this before, and even though I had, I was like, you know what? I've been Dagger, Team Dagger all along, and I was like, and I have to finish as Tandy, like, you know,
Absolutely.
Dagger side.
Dresses are meant to be worn more than once.
Yeah, and biologically, men are supposed to wear dresses too. So
Clothes don't have gender. Okay.
So get curtsying, my guys. So this isn't a prediction, but I just really quickly want to say it was really dope. The last like scene we see with Tandy and her mom is her with the newspaper and being like Roxanne's to blame, because I thought that was a beautiful coming together. And also her mom looks like great, and she looks super healed of her addictions, and I'm just saying that's really cool. But okay, go on.
Okay, I think that Mayhem will have a villain vigilante backstory. I think it will start as almost villain because she'll be so crazy with the cops and like really tear some stuff up, but I don't care. They deserve it. You guys know how dark I can be. And then I think Tandy and Tyrone could be like the person that brings her back.
Yeah.
Like brings her, and Evita I think could play into this too. And I think Evita will be a really good role in terms of mixing like what you were saying, spirituality, voodoo, and making them more controlled of their powers. I think we're going to find out more about the dark dimension. And I know that I think it was Nicholas Kelly was talking about, are we going to get Hydra agents? And I think with Kingpin, I don't know, but I think the villains are going to turn it up now that we have more heroes on the playing field.
I am interested about the whole Hydra thing, because I don't know if they're following like the MCU, because in which case Hydra's dead. Thanks, Captain America.
I just rewatched that, thanks to you.
You're welcome. But that would be a really interesting take, because Hydra is kind of a play on, you know, Nazis. So
So good.
it would be another like social take that they're taking.
Yes.
So, and I'm excited to see all the topics you guys take on next season.
Yeah.
So you guys-
Definitely, that's probably
It's just the beginning for sure. And guys, let us know your predictions and what you want, your theories, everything in the comments if you're not watching live. And if you are watching live, please let us know. But also, my last prediction, I think after the season 2 of Cloak and Dagger and the season 2 of The Runaways, I think that's when we're going to get the crossover, because it's going to happen. Runaways is on Freeform now. So,
Hey.
Noelle, do you have any predictions or anything you want to say about season 2 or what just happened? Or,
Just get ready, guys.
oh my
Just get ready and just expect the unexpected.
Okay. She's been telling us
I
she doesn't
know.
know anything. She knows something.
And I'm just saying, if you guys like want 4 extras or something, I know some people.
I will
Yeah.
be. I will
Please
be.
come play with us in New Orleans.
Crew, so
we can eat so many
love it.
beignets. It's like insane.
I will attack someone. I'll be a
I
terror.
have no self-control when I'm there. I'm
Which-
just like, oh my god, I should be eating clean. Like I'm filming, but
Profits
beignets.
and
But
beignets.
like what? Yeah, it's fine.
agreed.
Gosh, I don't want this to end, guys, but we have to wrap up, and I'm really sad about it. It's not okay.
Definitely.
But we've really, really enjoyed the show. Congratulations to you and the cast and crew.
Thank
Joe,
you.
Olivia, Aubrey, Allie, Emma. You guys are amazing. Like, we've really enjoyed this, and we're so excited for season 2. It's such an
pumped.
amazing
We're
game changer for Marvel.
Super excited.
Yes.
Absolutely. So
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for coming on.
Yes, thank you so much. Where can we find you on social media? And do you have anything you'd like to plug before we go?
At Miss Noëlle Renée for now, because Noëlle Renée was taken.
Ooh, you better buy that.
We'll work on that.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel, you better buy
Did you hear that, guys?
Copyright it. Get it.
Yeah.
Well, I've had an amazing time with you guys. This has been such a special panel to me. It honestly has been. Like, it really has been. Like, this is by far my favorite panel I've ever been on. And I'm literally not just saying that. So where can
Agreed.
where can I find you guys? I know where to find you guys. But where can the fans and Noelle find you on social media?
Well, first of all, you guys, thank
Everybody
you
said we're
so
salty.
much. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this season. Thank you guys so much for your drawings. We did get another drawing from Stevenson's drawings.
yeah.
That was amazing. I feel like he was so quick to put this together. It kind of literally pictures the season finale. So the drawing is there for you guys. Check it out. But in the meantime, you guys can go ahead and contact me, DM me, anything. I'm on Instagram at I am Karla Beltran. Why did I just forget my Instagram? And then I'm on Twitter at Karla Beltran, Karla Beltran with an R at the end. And I am Karla Beltran.
That was so cute. And I'm Drew Jones. You can follow me on all the things at OKDrewJ. And you can check out my latest episode of my podcast, The Curve. Steph was on it. It got pretty weird, so check it out.
Yeah, it did. Let me tell you, I look at Drew with a whole different lens now. Good and bad. No, I'm just kidding. Light and darkness. I'm Steph Sabraw. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Steph Sabraw. Chat fam. You guys, I've covered a lot of chats, and you are the most lit ever. Please keep talking to us, tweeting us, hitting us up. We love to talk to y'all.
Yes, guys, and I'm Oliver Drennan. Follow me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer. It's been such a pleasure. Thank you again, Noelle, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I don't want to go, but we have to go. And Stevenson, this drawing is amazing. You are so
Yes.
talented, and I look forward to seeing more and more of your marvelous work. And that was not a pun.
Unintended, baby.
And thank you again, guys, for all your reviews. It really means a lot to us. They're so special, and we just can't wait for season 2. So we have to say goodbye now.
It's
But
coming.
we love you
But
guys.
Cloak and Dagger is coming back season 2, spring 2019.
Yes.
We'll be here. We hope you will be too.
Thank you guys so much. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.